Oh, what is going on, everybody? We've got some college football for you cats today. And speaking of cats, we have the Ohio State Buckeyes traveling to Happy Valley to play the Penn State Nittany Lions. It is our game of the day. This is going to be a fantastic game, guys. These are two top-tier brands going off against each other. It's going to be super exciting. A little context here, right? Because we want to know a little bit about these teams. Penn State is ranked third in the whole nation. They've had a fantastic year. They are absolutely undefeated. Ohio State has one loss, and we'll get to who they lost to in just a moment. This game kicks off very soon, so I just kind of wanted to come on here and give the subscribers, who I thank very much. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys are the greatest. You guys are the ones that allow us to have sponsors, and we come on here. We have an audience, and it's amazing. It really is. It's amazing. All 87 of us, right? We get together and we talk about football. Our sponsor is Gridiron Man Cave. Go there when you get your victories, when you get your wins. We hit on the Jets earlier this week, and we're giving you a pick right before this game. We've got about 6 minutes till kickoff. I want to make sure that you guys get your picks in. Penn State quarterback Drew Aller is healthy enough to play and start today. He had a lower body injury last week against Wisconsin. Apparently, he's good enough to go. If he gets banged up in this one, it's going to be Bo Prabula. He'll be coming in for Aller if he gets banged up in relief against Ohio State. As we mentioned before, Ohio State's ranked fourth. Penn State is ranked third. At the command or the helm for Ohio State, you have Will Howard. He's got 17 touchdowns on the year, where Drew Aller only has 12. These are passing touchdowns. Apparently, this is Will Howard's swan song for Ohio State, because he wants to beat those Nittany Lions because they passed them up. I don't know how much I read into that. I do know that there's a little bit of angst in the Howard family that he wanted to go to Penn State. Obviously, he grew up in Pennsylvania. I did too. None of those guys recruited me, but he still plays for Ohio State nonetheless. Game is at noon in Happy Valley. I think that's interesting. You guys might not think so, but hear me out. If this was going to be a knockdown, drag out game of the year, which it's being billed as, wouldn't it be at night? Wouldn't it be a night game? You'd have it at the 8:15 slot or the 7:15 slot tonight. No. Why did they hide it at noon? Why did they hide this two top 5 matchup at noon? I think that's really interesting for those two viewers that are watching me right now. Why did they hide it? They hit it at noon. Oh, because it kicks off the college football. I don't believe that. Right? You end your fireworks with a grand finale. We all wait for it, right? We sit there, we hang out at our cookouts, burgers, hot dogs cooking, right? And we wait for the cannons and the bombs at the end of the day. Not the beginning. Not the beginning. When we go watch comedy shows, right? We enjoy the guy that comes up in the beginning, right? And the guy in the middle, the feature act, he's fun too. But the headliner's what we come there to see. I want to absolutely walk out of there like I just did 100 sit-ups. I laughed so hard, I fell over in the aisle. That's what I want to see. This game, if it was going to be 3 versus 4, absolutely knockdown, drag out, it would have been in the late slot, not 12 o'clock. If Penn State really believed that they were so much better than Ohio State, maybe this would have been the whiteout game. Because the whiteout game is usually a guaranteed victory, right? It's how you sell your donors, that whiteout game. Right? Penn State's victories this year: they beat West Virginia on the road. They beat Bowling Green on the road. Kent State on the road. USC was a nice victory because USC had at that point shown that they were a decent football team. They went to Michigan, almost won up there. They've been neck and neck with a bunch of brands, haven't quite gotten it together. So it looked as though USC was on the rise when Penn State met them in California. That was a good victory. But I mean, you had Illinois at home, you had UCLA at home. to your resume. And I'm not saying Ohio State's is much better, but Ohio State's loss to me, their 1-point loss all the way up in those mountains of Oregon, to me, is a more impressive loss than those Penn State wins. See, Oregon's a top 10 team. I know it's weird to say they're even in the Big Ten, but they're a top Big Ten team. That they're favored to win the Big Ten. And although Ohio State did lose to them at home, I think that loss is greater than any victory Penn State has had. These teams are, they're creams of the crop, right? It's not like, they're playing Purdue or Ohio State's playing Syracuse. Penn State's a real great team. He's a fantastic brand. And I know that Franklin gets garbage thrown in his direction all the time, but he works really hard to put that team in position to win games. I don't think you're going to see Drew Aller the whole game. I think he's going to get banged up again. There is something wrong with that lower body. I don't know which extremity it is. That's how they mention it, so that the other team doesn't have something to pinpoint, right? And when Bo Prabula, yeah, that's a crazy name, huh? Bo Prabula. When Bo comes in, I think the moment's too big. I really do. I think Bo's a nice kid. He's not ready. By the way, when it's loud in Happy Valley, and it always is, that volume is always up. When the volume is up in Happy Valley, is Bo good enough with that offensive line to get all the cadences right? Or will there be, a moment of false starts or flags? Will there be moments like that? There could be. There absolutely could be. I've got the Buckeyes in this game against Penn State in Happy Valley. Everybody hates me for saying that because I'm from Penn State, or I'm from Pennsylvania in the Penn State area. But I have to tell you, I gotta be honest with you. I can't lie. I can't put out our money out there and be lying. I don't like the Nittany Lions today in Happy Valley. I think if they really believed in that team, it would have been a primetime game. Give me Ohio State. Enjoy your college football. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. It's Pro Day.